Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating, highly unique worldview, and I want to be crystal clear right up front. The cosmic rules and the entire framework we're mapping out today come directly and exclusively from Guide Xuefeng, the founder of Life Tianyuan. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by the sheer number of choices in your life, or, on the flip side, felt totally trapped by a choice you've already made, his perspective offers a really absolute way of looking at how human decisions actually function.
Okay, let's jump right in by looking at his core thesis. Guide Shufeng argues that when you close one door, several other doors will automatically open. Now, you've probably heard variations of that, right? It sounds like a pretty standard motivational quote. But as we're going to see, the founder of Life Tianyuan takes this concept and builds it into a strict, unyielding law of the universe, arguing that choosing one path inherently and automatically means rejecting absolutely everything else.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with 1, the rule of one door, then scale up to 2, 12 doors for humanity. After that, we'll hit 3, 9 mutually exclusive values, discuss 4, the courage to change, and finally arrive at 5, the Life Tianyuan door.
Let's start with Section 1, the rule of one door, looking specifically at everyday choices.
Guy Shufeng grounds his philosophy in everyday scenarios we can all relate to. Think about graduating high school. You might have a massive catalog of universities you've been accepted to, but at the end of the day, you can only enroll in and attend one at a time. Or imagine standing on an airport tarmac with dozens of commercial planes just waiting there. You can only physically board and fly on one airplane. Shufeng argues that just like those physical limits, life constantly forces us into singular choices. You literally cannot walk through 2 doors at the exact same time. And this brilliantly captures a very real human anxiety, doesn't it? Sufang points to a traditional proverb: men fear choosing the wrong profession, women fear marrying the wrong man. That deep anxiety exists precisely because of this one-door rule. When making a choice means totally locking yourself out of all the other available options, the pressure to get it right becomes immense.
Moving to Section 2, 12 doors for humanity. This is where we shift from daily life to the cosmic scale.
According to the teachings of Guide Xuefeng, this rule of doors isn't just about picking universities or airplanes. It is baked into the very fabric of reality itself. He claims there are exactly 36 doors existing in the entire universe. But here's the catch. He specifies that out of those 36 universal doors, only 12 are actually open and available for humanity to enter or exit at any given time. These 12 are our playing field, and we always have the right to choose among them. So, the absolute rule of selection kicks in right here, and the mechanics are entirely zero-sum. The very second you select and walk through one of these 12 doors, boom, the other 11 instantly and automatically slam shut behind you. You can't keep a foot wedged in another door. But the reverse is also true, and this is where his philosophy offers a real way out. The moment you deliberately close the door you're currently in, the remaining 11 doors automatically swing wide open for you all over again. That brings us to Section 3, 9 mutually exclusive values. This is arguably the most provocative part of Guide Shufeng's teachings regarding human morality. Guide Xuefeng applies his one-door theory to 9 fundamental human virtues: Dao, De, Fa, Ren, Yi, Li, Ji, Sin, and Shu. Basically things like way, virtue, law, and benevolence. Now, he states that 99% of people completely misunderstand this. Most of us wrongly treat these 9 core virtues like delicious dishes sitting in a buffet, thinking we can just freely mix, match, and load up our plates with all of them at once. Xuefeng says absolutely not. That is a total illusion. He outlines a strict law of mutual exclusivity, where these values actively cancel each other out. If you choose Dao, you inherently have no De. Choose De, you have no Fa. Choose Fa, and you lose Ren. It's this cascading chain where possessing one virtue strictly prohibits you from possessing the next. He argues that our failure to understand this exact rule is the root cause of so much historical complexity and human confusion. And because of this complex mutual exclusivity, he pulls absolutely no punches here. He boldly concludes that anyone claiming to possess both Tao and virtue, or pretending they have morality as a complete package, is actually just carrying around a fake signboard. According to the Life Tianyuan founder, it is logically impossible to hold both simultaneously. If you have true Tao, you simply can't have virtue. If you claim you have both, you're deceiving yourself and everybody else. Section 4. The courage to change.
With these really stark, rigid choices mapped out, Guy Jufeng turns to how we actually navigate our day-to-day reality. He poses a very direct challenge. Which door are you in right now? Because in his worldview, identities are absolute. If you step through the door of a farmer, you have no destiny with the worker. If you step through the door of a thief, you can't be a gentleman. You have to be deeply, honestly aware of exactly which of those 12 human doors you currently occupy. And here, Xuefeng points out a really tragic irony in human behavior. So many people are acutely aware that the door they're currently in is filled with immense suffering, frustration, and pain, but they won't close it. Why? Because they lack the courage. They have this unnecessary, paralyzing fear that if they shut their current door, they'll be left out in the cold forever, and no other doors will ever open for them. But as he reminds us, this fear completely misunderstands the cosmic rules of those 36 doors. Closing one door automatically opens others. It's an inescapable, perfectly designed mechanism. Just like choosing the door to death automatically closes the door to life, choosing to open the door to life automatically shuts the door to death. You literally don't have to fear closing a painful door because the universe is programmed to instantly present you with 11 new ones. Finally, Section 5, the life-changing door. Where does this entire framework of absolute choices and cosmic doors actually lead us? Well, Xuefeng warns that while people love the old saying, all roads lead to Rome, it is a dangerous fallacy to assume all paths lead to heaven. In fact, he outlines that many of the open doors lead straight to hell. Because the stakes are so high, just delaying your choice or staying paralyzed by fear will ultimately ruin your life. You have to make an active choice. And this brings us to his ultimate destination. Guide Xiufeng defines Life-Chain Yuan as one of these highly specific, crucial doors. In his framework, stepping through the Life-Chain Yuan door is the primary path that leads to what he calls the 1,000-year world. It is his prescribed, definitive solution to all that anxiety of choice we've been talking about. As we wrap up this explainer mapping out the unique philosophy of Life-Chain Yuan's founder, Guy Xiufeng, I want to leave you with a final, provocative thought straight from his teachings. Take a hard look at your life right now. Look at the path you are currently on and ask yourself, do you actually have the courage to close your current door just to see what automatically opens next? Thanks for joining me today to explore these concepts, and never stop questioning the frameworks that shape our world.